Okay, so a lot of people struggle fitting surron forks or Arthluxes, KKEs, Fast Aces to an MTB frame. So this is an instruction guide on how you have to do it. First of all, you're going to need to get yourself a bearing remover tool. These are £10 on Amazon or eBay. I'll drop the link in the description. And you're going to want to get a specific headset, which is a tapered to straight fork. Which, if your bike's head tube is already straight, you don't need that. You can use your original one. But for instance, this one is tapered, so you need to get the bearing remover and a new headset. Also need to get a rubber mallet. So with that, this into here, and this is already pretty loose, so I've done it already, but that little tap out, that's your top tube. Then what you're going to do is you're going to literally pull this so it stretches like that. Then we're going to flip the bike over in the stand. Right, then what you do, you almost pull it out like I said. You got to put it inside of the head tube. You're literally going to give it a little bit of a tap. You can see it slowly coming out actually. There you go. Then that is both this, the bottom rings, and the headset completely out of the bike. Then what you probably want to do is give us a little clean in the inside, grease it up for your new headset, which I'll show you how to install now. Also, you're going to need one of these, which is a taper to straight fork adapter, which basically sits inside of this, then goes inside your headset, and that basically allows your straight tube to not move inside of the headset, because I know a lot of people, when they fit the surron forks, they have play in the headset, so that's how you stop it. Rubber mallet, literally, you know what, getting further in. A little bit. Right, that's completely flush. Grab this. Straight in there. Cool. Okay, so sorry about the noise in the background, but flip the bike upside down. This is what allows you to use the straight forks. So these need to go, they basically sit like this. And this is in there. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to put that on top of there for now. You need to push it down later. But take out this ring. And you need to put that into here. We're going to get a little bit of lube. Literally just from Park Tool. They sell really good products. So, like I said in the last clip, you don't want to hit it too hard. Literally, just give it a little tap. You don't want to be smashing your frame to pieces. Now this is where a bearing press does come in handy, but I haven't got one, so this is the next best way of doing it. Now a lot of people do think it's hard work putting in these forks, but you think about it, it's probably 20 minutes to actually do this and do it properly, and then once everything is all lined up, it's all lined up and you've got no issues. Because to be honest, on my last build, I didn't do this properly and the forks weren't set very well. Okay, so what I actually ended up doing in the end was getting this metal pole, basically putting it on top of this, like this, and literally hammering it down. That's the only way to properly get it down, and that's made it completely flush. So that's the way you do it. Then the way that I install the forks usually is from the bottom upwards, but I don't actually have the forks in there, so do this like that. It's always gonna have a little gap at the bottom. That's because of the crown race. That's completely fine. Put this in here so you haven't got any movement at all. Then spacers. Then triple clamps. Then from when we get the triple clamps in here, what we're going to do is we're going to tighten this bolt. That your forks can move evenly. So as you can see, this isn't moving very smoothly currently. So what we're going to do, we're going to tighten the pinch bolts. Now, because that the pinch bolts, everything else is tight, we can now slacken off the stem lock. Not loads, but just enough so that the forks can move freely. And that's how you install surron forks on an MTB. And here's a video of the forks moving, because some people, they realise that their fork's quite stiff, but like that is completely loose. Exactly how regular front suspension should be. It's perfect.
Okay.